It was the best-kept secret in Korean entertainment, hidden behind red carpets, masked by polite interviews, and guarded fiercely by silence. For 2 entire years, 2 of the most beloved stars in the K-drama world managed to keep the world in the dark about something monumental. Yes, you heard that right. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have been together for 2 years, and no one knew. Before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss another exclusive reveal from the world of your favorite stars. Now, prepare yourself, because the truth behind this hidden love story is more beautiful, more heartbreaking, and more real than anyone ever imagined. It all began after the cameras stopped rolling on the set of The King, Eternal Monarch. While fans praised their undeniable on-screen chemistry, many assumed that their connection ended with the final scene. But what no one saw were the glances they shared when no one else was watching, the smiles that lingered too long, and the quiet comfort they found in each other's presence, even after the director yelled, "Cut." Insiders now admit that something shifted between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun near the end of filming. It wasn't dramatic or explosive. It was subtle, private, and deeply sincere. Lee Min-ho, usually the charismatic, light-hearted type on set, suddenly became quieter whenever Go-eun left the room. She, in turn, would light up when his name was mentioned, but quickly hide it with a professional smile. Their closeness deepened during post-production. Promotions, interviews, magazine shoots. They did it all with the poise of professionals. But underneath it all was a growing bond, something stronger than friendship and far more intimate than co-stars. And then they disappeared. Not from the public eye, of course. They were still working, still seen at events, still making headlines for solo activities. But their connection? It went underground, silent, hidden in plain sight. For nearly 2 years, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun managed the impossible in an age where everything is captured, uploaded, and analyzed. They dated privately, quiet dinners at friends' houses, late-night phone calls, secret vacations disguised as work trips, even matching accessories. Nothing too obvious, but fans who now look back at old photos can't help but see the subtle signs they missed. What made it all the more convincing was how separate their public lives remained. Kim Go-eun continued working on acclaimed dramas, pouring herself into her roles. Lee Min-ho took on bold projects, embracing both K-dramas and global fame. And yet, in the middle of all that noise, their relationship grew quietly, without the need for public approval. One close staff member revealed anonymously. They didn't try to hide because they were ashamed. They just wanted something for themselves. Something real, away from the chaos. And they almost succeeded until recently. It started with one photo, a blurry image of 2 people walking down a quiet beach in Jeju Island. The man wore a hoodie pulled tightly over his face. The woman's hat was large, and her mask was up, but it wasn't their faces that gave them away. It was the way they walked. Side by side, their arms brushing, moving in sync like a couple who had long stopped pretending. Fans noticed it immediately. That walk, that posture, it's Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, one user posted on social media. The photo went viral within hours. And still, no confirmation came. But then another clue. During a live broadcast, Kim Go-eun was asked if she believed in fate. Her answer was short, almost too casual. "Yes," she said, smiling softly. "Sometimes love comes quietly and stays longer than you expected." The chat exploded. Was she referring to the king? Or something else entirely? A week later, Lee Min-ho posted a photo to Instagram. Just a scenic view of a quiet seaside cafe. But eagle-eyed fans recognized it as the same cafe Kim Go-eun had posted on her stories 3 months earlier. Different angles. Same table. Same mug. Same view. Coincidence? Maybe. But then came the real bombshell. A well-known stylist, who had worked with both stars over the years, made a cryptic post online. It read, "Some love stories are kept secret not because they are fragile, but because they are sacred. 2 years strong and still counting." The stylist quickly deleted the post, but not before it was screenshot, shared, and dissected by fans. Suddenly, media outlets began investigating. A Dispatch journalist later revealed that they had followed the two on multiple occasions but could never get a clear enough shot to publish. They were smart, careful, but more than that, they genuinely seemed happy, at peace. We decided not to chase them after a while. Then, a source close to both agencies dropped the final piece of the puzzle. In a private statement, they admitted what fans had already begun to believe. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have been in a committed relationship since early 2023. They chose to keep it private for personal reasons. Please continue supporting them individually and together. That one statement changed everything. Fans around the world reacted in waves. Some cried in disbelief. Others were overjoyed. Many scrolled back through old interviews, red carpet moments, and behind-the-scenes clips, searching for signs. And they found them. Moments that once seemed ordinary now felt laced with hidden meaning. Like the time Lee Min-ho looked at her during a press interview, his eyes full of quiet admiration. Or the way Kim Go-eun once said, "I trust the people I care about the most to stand by me, even when no one else does," and briefly glanced off camera with a smile. For 2 years, they had built something that most celebrities never get to enjoy. Love without the noise, commitment without the cameras. And now, the world finally knows. But here's the beautiful part, they're still keeping it private. No flashy announcements, no press conferences, no public parades of affection. Just two people who fell in love, quietly and deeply, and chose to protect that love with everything they had. One fan tweeted, "They didn't owe us anything, but I'm so happy for them." The fact they kept it to themselves makes it even more special. Another posted, 2 years of love hidden in plain sight. This isn't just a couple. This is a masterpiece. And it truly is. In a world obsessed with exposure, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun proved that the most meaningful connections don't need to be broadcast to be real. They showed that love can bloom in silence, grow in shadows, and still be powerful enough to touch millions once it's revealed. As for what's next, no one knows. Marriage rumors are already swirling, and while their agencies remain quiet, insiders say the couple is stronger than ever. Friends claim that they're planning something special later this year, maybe a trip abroad, or even a small celebration with just family and close friends. Whatever happens, one thing is certain, this love story is far from over. So the next time you see Lee Min-ho walking confidently on stage, or Kim Go-eun smiling softly during an interview, remember what lies beneath the surface. A quiet promise, a shared past, and a future they've been building step by step, out of the spotlight, but always together. They've taught us that real love doesn't need permission. It just needs two hearts that choose each other again and again.